All right. So, in our previous class, we discussed that human beings have four defects. What were those? To commit mistakes, to become illusioned, imperfect senses, and to cheat others. Now, there are some photographs. Of course, this PDF is in Hindi language, but I will only show you the photographs. See, just like these images. Now you can see these are images, but you will find that they are actually moving. Is it not? So it is illusion of our eyes. Although these are images, but it seems like there are that this is a video and these images are moving. So this is because of the illusion. So this is defect number 2. Then you will see it's written animals that hear lower than human hearing. Can you hear a dog whistle? So you will see that animals, if we talk about dogs, they hear lower than human hearing. I don't know what this example is all about. Anyways, we will move forward. See this now. Ears cannot distinguish hissing of a cooker and train. Yes, if you will see in your home, if hissing of a cooker, sound of the hissing of cooker will happen, you will, or a sound of the train, hissing of the train will happen, you will be confused. Whether it is, you will not be able to distinguish that is it a hissing of a cooker or a hissing of a train. The next example we discussed yesterday, tongue. If we will consume orange and immediately after consuming orange, if we will consume sugar, then it will taste sour. And if we will consume orange after sugar, sorry, if we will consume sugar and then we will consume orange, then it will taste sour. And if we will consume lemon, just say if you drink lemon juice and after consuming lemon juice, if you will consume orange, then that same orange will taste sweet. So this is again a defect of our senses. Later we also discussed example of water, that there is a water in a pot, it is of normal temperature, the temperature of that water is normal. But if you will if you will dip your hand in warm water and after that if you will dip your hand in normal water, then it will appear cool. You will feel that this water is cool. But if same normal water, if you will dip your hand in same normal water after dipping your hand in cold water, then you will see it will appear warm water. That same water, normal temperature water, will appear warm. So this is again defect of our, this is because of our incomplete senses. Now if you see, you can see this photograph, that glass photograph you will see, then you will find that that pen which is there in this glass, you will see that it seems that this pen has a cut in its mid, but it is actually not cut. It is again because of our imperfect senses that it seems that this pen or pencil, whatever, it is cut from mid. But actually, that glass is filled with water. But it seems like that the pen is cut. Now you just see this image next to this glass. What all things are you able to find from this image? After looking at this image, What can you see? You can tell me in chat. Chat is open. You will see that it seems that this is an old man. Is it not? Then after this, you will find that the ear of this old man is not, it is also, it seems like it is an ear, but it also seems like it is a lady standing there. And on this road, you will find that a dog is laying, but that is actually the hand of that old man. You will also see that near the eye area of this old man, you will find that one man is standing. Is it not? So, see the illusion of our senses. I can see old man and dog. So, this is basically, perhaps it's proved that we have incomplete senses. That's it. So perhaps it's proof that we have incomplete senses. We have these four defects: commit mistakes, become illusioned, imperfect senses, and to cheat others. So now give me 1 minute. Let me just adjust my screen. All right. So after that, we discussed that very first Lord Krishna gave this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to Sun God. So now here is this shloka. We will try to recite the shloka. Imam vivasvate yogam proktvan aham avyayam vivasvan manve praha manurikshvakve aprabhavit. Imam vivasvate yogam proktvan aham avyayam vivasvan manve praha manurikshvakve aprabhavit. All right. Now let's see. The blessed Lord said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivasvan, and Vivasvan instructed it to Manu. Manu is, who is Manu? The father of mankind. So from Manu only, you will see, from Manu only other human beings came. Manu means Manushya. So other Manushya, the other human beings also came. They came from Manu. So Manu is the father of mankind. All the men's human, they came from Manu. And Manu is the in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. Bhagavad Gita 4.1. If we study Bhagavad Gita according to academic knowledge or according to our own mental speculation, we are certain to commit mistakes. That's why it is very much important to read Bhagavad Gita always in guidance. We have already discussed about the four defects that we have. So, especially knowledge of scriptures, we should always read in guidance with our spiritual master, with our senior devotees. We should always read in their guidance. Here, I am also discussing these books. It's not I am giving this knowledge by my own. I also heard these books earlier from my senior devotees. So I'm just repeating that here, my understanding. Means not my understanding according to my understanding. I'm just repeating. Whatever I heard, I'm just repeating here. So it is very much important that whenever we read, whenever we want to learn something about scriptures, whenever we want to grab knowledge from scriptures, it is important that we study it in guidance. Otherwise, if we will study Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, the knowledge of scriptures, according to academic knowledge or according to our own mental speculation, then we are certain to commit mistakes. Why? Because we will understand things by our own understanding only. The amount of intelligence we have only tendency to grab knowledge according to that only. So hence there is possibility that we will commit mistakes. It is not possible. You will see Srila Prabhupada ji also said this, that my only qualification is that I didn't made any changes. Srila Prabhupada ji repeated the knowledge as it is. That's why you will see the Bhagavad Gita as it is. It's written Bhagavad Gita Yatharup, means there are no adulterations, there are no changes. It is not possible to understand Bhagavad Gita in this way. Bhagavad Gita means the scriptures. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, these are the summary of all the scriptures. It is necessary to follow carefully in the footsteps of Arjuna. In previous ages, due to interpretation and mental speculation, the real purport of Bhagavad Gita was lost. So now are you getting this point? Very first, Lord Krishna gave this knowledge to God's son, to Sun God. But due to interpretation and mental speculation, the real purport, the real knowledge of Bhagavad Gita was lost. And therefore, Krishna re-established the teachings by giving them to Arjuna. So later again, Lord Krishna gave this knowledge again to Arjuna. So very first, Krishna gave knowledge to Vivaswan, sun god, and later again, due to mental speculation and all, Lord Krishna gave this knowledge to Arjuna. Now, here are these slokas again. Let's try to recite. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshyo viduhu sakalena mahata yogo nashtah parantapa sa evayam maya tetya yoga proktah पुरातनः भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति रहस्यं ये तु उत्तमम्. Okay, we will understand now. See, this supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession. And the saintly kings understood it in that way, but in course of time the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost. That very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend. Therefore, you can understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Bhagavad Gita 4.2 and 3. So Lord Krishna is telling this thing here, that the knowledge of scriptures is always come from the chain of disciplic succession. It is always received through the chain of disciplic succession. See this line, the saintly kings understood it in that way. Now, what does that mean? Means this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, this knowledge of scriptures, it is basically for saintly kings. In 9th chapter, Lord Krishna tells this thing. This is Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam. So you will see the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is very confidential. Although everyone, they will desire to read Gita, they will read also, but knowledge, the essence of Bhagavad Gita is confidential. What is the essence? That supreme personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. Krishna, you will see in every verse, only in every shloka, Krishna tells in every shloka that everything is coming from me, all the jivas are my fragmental part. Only Krishna is announcing these things, if we say, and no any other demigod or messenger, they never say this thing. You will not find any such things in Bible or Quran. But even after reading Bhagavad Gita, this knowledge is very much confidential. One will not understand that, oh, Krishna is Supreme Personality. That's why you will see there are many scholars also who read Bhagavad Gita. They do master degree in Bhagavad Gita. But then also, they don't get the essence of Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, because this is confidential. And see, Lord Krishna himself is telling here, the saintly kings understood it. Means it is for kings. So see how fortunate we are that we are getting this knowledge in disciplic succession only. Otherwise, there might be possibility that, okay, if we had desire for reading Bhagavad Gita, but possibility might be there that we might be reading any adulterated version of Bhagavad Gita, and we were not reading it in disciplic succession. So see the fortune. So in course of time, the succession was broken. Means this chain was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost. That very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me. Lord Krishna is saying this, that now Krishna is telling this to you, means to Arjuna. Why? Because Arjuna is the devotee of Lord as well as the friend of Lord. Therefore, you can understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Now, see, very amazing thing. Are you not just observe this thing? You will find that it feels like Krishna is telling this thing to us, that we are devotee of Krishna, and that's why only we can understand this transcendental mystery of this science. And of course, we have understood this thing, at least, that Krishna is Supreme Personality. Raise your hand if you have any doubt that Krishna is Supreme Personality. No, right? So see, Krishna is telling this thing here. You are my devotee. And you can understand this transcendental mystery of this science, and that's why I'm telling you this science. I'm giving you this knowledge. This one should understand that whatever knowledge we get of scriptures, it is same as Lord Krishna is giving this knowledge to you. Suppose if Lord Krishna is standing in front of you. So what will Krishna tell you? Krishna will tell you same thing, that I am Supreme Personality of Godhead. You come and take my shelter. You serve me. Is it not? You pay obeisances to me. Krishna will tell same thing. Krishna will not tell any different thing, that you are my fragmental part only for a few years. Krishna will not say that. So whatever knowledge of scriptures we are getting, it is same as what Krishna might have told us if he was standing here in front of us. Thus, whoever follows in the footsteps of Arjuna, approaching Krishna in a spirit of devotion, can understand the process of Bhagavad Gita as well as all other literatures. So all you have to do is, instead of putting our illogical mind, we just have to accept the knowledge as it is. and with full devotion. It's not like artificially, yeah, Mataji, you're telling me we'll accept Krishna as Supreme Personality. But it's not coming from our heart that Krishna is Supreme Personality. No. Intention plays a very huge role. Then only you will be able to practice your devotional services sincerely. If you will keep full faith, if you will follow this with full devotion, and you will see results will come like that only. So, yes, it is very much important. And you will see if you will follow this as it is, you will understand things very nicely. There are four Vedas: Sama, Samved, Yajurved, Atharved, Rigved, Vedas, Samved, Rigved, Yajurved, and Atharved, and there are 108 Upanishads, including the Isho Upanishad, Kathopanishad, and Taittiriya Upanishad. Let me just see. Okay, so these are the Upanishads. Taittiriya Upanishad. Okay. These are the Upanishads and these are the Vedas. As well as Vedant Sutra, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Bhagavad Gita. These literatures are not meant for any particular class of men, but for the totality of human society. So, if you are a human being, then all of these Vedas are for you. You can follow this knowledge, you can read Bhagavad Gita, you can take knowledge of scriptures until you are human being. Because any dog will not understand the knowledge of scriptures, or any animal, any other species will not be able to understand, it nicely. Only who can understand? Human beings. So this is very much important. All societies can take advantage of Vedic knowledge to perfect human life. As pointed out before, human life is not meant for sense gratification, but for understanding God, the universe, and our own identity. So, see, we have heard this thing many times. We have heard this point many, many times that only in this human life only we can take full advantage of, all the scriptures. We can take full advantage of our human life for understanding our relationship with Lord. We can do anything for our self realization in human life only. So one should understand what is sense gratification: eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. These four things animals also do, other species can do, but they can't do anything for understanding their relationship with God. They are so helpless. Only we can do something for our self realization. Why? Because we are blessed with human life. So, this is very important that one should take advantage of his human life and he should understand his relationship with God. And once he will understand his relationship with God, he will do his devotional services and he will go back to Godhead. He can get relief. Only living entity can only get relief from this cycle of birth and death in human life only. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj tells this, that we should not waste even our single movement. We should not waste even 1 second. This much precious this human life is. Every moment is so precious. In every moment, you can do something related to God. And we should try to do this only. Whatever we do, we should try to do it in connection with Krishna. Because anything which we do in relation to God, it helps us to uncover our material covering. We get more and more liberated when we do something in connection with Lord. That can be anything, that can be any ordinary thing. But if you connect it with Krishna, it is not ordinary. It becomes spiritual. It becomes transcendental. That ordinary thing, that ordinary food that you consume, when you offer it to Lord, it becomes spiritual. And it becomes reason of liberating you from this material world. So this is very important. And see, only human beings can understand this thing because they have only such elevated consciousness. A dog can't offer his food to Lord. He don't consume nice things also. But you see, in human life, we are really so much blessed. Only we can make variety of food items for Krishna, isn't it? Other species can't relish different varieties of food also. We can do anything, any work which we do in different variations, in very different in very in so many variations. We can do it. Other species can't do. So see, just be a creative. Be a creative devotee and show your creativity. Do many creative things. You do many things for Krishna. You're so much blessed. This one should understand that, see, people are so much talented. You will see there are so many people, they are really so talented. But if we turn, but if he turned their, if they turn their talent towards Krishna, then that will become reason of their liberation. How amazing this thing is. You don't have to change your occupation or designation, whatever you are doing does not matter. You just turn it towards Krishna, and that ordinary thing will become reason of, you know, of liberating you from this material world. So this is really amazing thing. From Vedic literatures, we can understand that this material world is only a partial manifestation of the complete creation of God. Just a partial manifestation. You will see, if today only you just Google the image of galaxy, and you will see there are so many planets. If you will see it from the height, you will see there are so many planets and their size is very small, equivalent to a dot. And in that also, you will see that there are different countries. If we talk about Earth only, different countries are there, and in different countries there are different cities. In different cities there are different human beings. If we talk about human beings, means us. Now even you will see, if those planets, their size is equivalent to a dot, then what is our size? That's why you will see the size of our soul is 1 by 10,000th part of the tip of the hair of a hair. Only this much size. This is the size of our soul. But then also we behave that, oh, we are so brave, or we are hero number one, whatever. But in reality, this material world, okay, Prabhupada ji is not telling about particular planet. Whole material world means in that material world there will be so many planets. So that material world is only a partial manifestation of complete creation of God. So you will find it is mentioned 25% is the material world. It is the portion of material world is 25%, and portion of the spiritual world is 75%. The larger portion of God's creation is found in the spiritual world of the Vaikunthas. Above and beyond this material nature, there is a superior spiritual nature, as Sri Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita. So many shlokas are coming today. All right, we will try to recite the shloka also. Bhamin Bhamirapannalo vayu khammano buddhirev cha. I hope it's visible. Let me just adjust the screen. भमिरापनलो वायु खम्मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहङ्कारिति यं मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा अपरेयम् अपरेयम् इतस्त्वनयां प्रकृति विद्धि मे परां जीवभूता महाबाहो ययेदं धार्यते जगत्. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. All together, these 8 comprise my separated material energies. So you will see these are the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And these 3, mind, intelligence, and false ego, it is our subtle body, which we call Man, Buddhi, and Ahankar in Hindi. Altogether, these 8 comprise my separated material energies. Besides this inferior nature, O mighty Arjuna, there is a superior energy of mine, which is all living entities who are struggling with material nature and sustaining the universe. Bhagavad Gita 7.4 and 5. See, what Krishna is trying to tell here, that there are 2 energies of Lord Krishna. One is material energy and second is spiritual energy, which we call Apara and Para Shakti in Hindi. So what is the material energy of Lord Krishna? All the unconscious entities which have no consciousness, all the non-living entities, let's say, whatever you see around you, all the material things, this laptop, your mobile phone, your harmonium, your mridanga, whatever you see, okay, these are instruments, these are the these are Lord Balram only. But other material things, if we see, gate, window, door, whatever, these are the unconscious things, means non-living things. So these are material energies of Lord, and spiritual energy is living entities. So yes, Krishna is telling here that living entities, these are struggling with material nature and sustaining the universe. So this is true. And you know the reason behind this? Because living entities, they are assuming that if we will do any adjustment with these material things, then we will become happy, we will become satisfied. But this is actually false. And that's why Krishna is saying struggle here. Krishna is not saying that these living entities are so intelligent, they are enjoying with material nature. No, they are struggling. So of course, Krishna is God. Krishna knows everything. So Krishna is very much aware about this thing that we are struggling here. And that's why you see now, Krishna is so kind that you do just small, very little things, and I will take you back to me. You just offer whatever you make, whether you make spicy food or whether you make food without salt. If you forget to put salt, then also I will accept it. You just offer whatever rubbish thing you make. Rubbish things means, of course, we are not a nice cook, but then also see the kindness of Krishna, see the mercy of Krishna. Krishna offered that food also. The Lakshmi Ji's, Srimati Radharani, they cook amazing food for Krishna. But then also Krishna want to accept our food. See the kindness of Lord. Or whatever things we do, Krishna is saying, you just do it for me and I will take you back to me. So this is the kindness of Krishna. Krishna is very much aware about this thing that we are struggling so much here. And that's why Krishna is telling very easy things that you, Krishna is very well known about this thing that we can't do any hard work. We are so fallen, we are so poor, we can't do any hard work. So that's why Krishna has made very easy for us that you do very easy things, very simple things, and I will take you back to me. So, yes, moving forward, we have, oh, okay, we will stop here now. Time is over. We will discuss the shloka in detail tomorrow. Very interesting discussion. We'll stop here now. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Pramanande. Hari Bol.